welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophie. I do fitnessy, foodie, martial arty videos. Nando, what are you eating? Are you just licking the blanket? It's one of those days today, I swear. Did I press record? I did. I'm wearing the hood today because last video my hair was wild, and I don't know if you can hear that, but it is like crazy windy outside. It's super rainy, it's freezing. We're gonna get down into minus temperatures next week, I think, so I am bundled up as much as possible. It's the end of week 4 of eating for abs, where I'm basically trying to reduce my body fat percentage enough that I can see what little abdominal muscle I have. It's getting there though. I remeasured this week and my body fat percentage is sitting at around 21.6, I think it was 21.5. So that's down 4%, which is great. Super happy with that. I did not enjoy my meal prep this week. I mean, my dinner was great. It was so good. But my salad, like, the vision was there, okay? I was fully thinking, like, nice winter salad, like pumpkin, carrot ribbons. I got fancy cabbage. I was like, yes, this is gonna be delicious. I'm gonna have, like, sweet chestnuts in there. We're gonna have pumpkin seeds and then, like, chicken thigh and mushrooms. It was, like, the vision was there. The execution was not. It was... the texture was weird. I don't know, I think I overcooked the pumpkin, to be honest. But, you know, we live and we learn. We move on from awful salads. Like, the taste was fine. It was the texture. And you know when you just eat something and then you're just like, bleh, bleh, and then the more you have to eat it, the more you're just like, I can't do this. So I gave up today. I threw away the rest of my pumpkin. I know it's terrible, but I got myself a tuna mayo sandwich from Sainsbury's instead. I was on the way back from the gym and I was starving and I was like, I cannot face eating that pumpkin again. So I had a tuna mayo sandwich instead, and it's fine. It was within my calories, so I think we're all good. Snacky wise, I think I've done really well this week. I've literally only had a donut from Lidl, and I don't know if I'm going to count this next one as a snacky because it was a replacement lunch, because again, I didn't want to eat the pumpkin salad and I was off from work because at kickboxing, instead of landing flat on my toes after kicking, I managed to land on the knuckle, and like my whole toe had like swollen up and I couldn't walk, and it's kind of turning purple. It's a bit gross. So I was like, I can't walk to and from work today, so I took the day off. And I had the like tteokbokki, the Korean rice cakes that you like just pour the hot water on, and then like the instant ones. It was my first time having those actually. I really liked them. I wasn't sure how I would find the like cheese flavor, because you know sometimes when you have instant cheese, like the pasta and sauce stuff and things like that, I was a bit like, is it going to taste a bit funky? But no, I actually really liked it. It was really good, and I had some little prawns in there for protein. Yeah, that's my only snacks that I've had this week, is the donut and the rice cake tteokbokki thing. However, tomorrow I'm gonna indulge a bit because me and my partner are having like an at-home date day. So we're gonna watch like cheesy action movies and eat Doritos, and I'm tempted by a pizza, maybe. I really fancy pizza. So without any further ado, let's have a look at what I have been up to this week and what recipes I have made and what workouts I've done. May.
Here's everything that I bought from the supermarket this week. I didn't get as many vegetables as I usually get because I got the veg box. This is my progress check. Full disclosure, I had a bit of a rough night the night before filming this, so I didn't eat my dinner. I didn't rehydrate properly from kickboxing, so this and the weight that's going to come up reflects that, definitely. But a little bit more definition, and I have noticed more definition throughout the week, so that's good. 61.7, and this is my food for the week. I've started trying to be a bit more active on Threads. So I was scrolling through one day and I saw a guy who, I think he's maybe a nutritionist or like a food vlogger, but he was saying like, oh, we should be putting stewed fruits on our oats. And I was like, you know what? Yes, you're absolutely right. I was very easily influenced on that one. So I decided, well, I had plums last week, so this week I'm going to have pears. And I haven't had like cooked pears in ages, and it was really, really nice to have these again. I will definitely be having those again throughout the winter. I didn't realize that I'd missed a pear until much later in the cooking process, and I was out of cinnamon. But surprise, I was not, which is great. I have far too many spices hanging around. Actually, no, that's not true. I have an acceptable amount of spices hanging around because I can't be dealing with bland food, and there is my pear nemesis. After I'd chopped and seasoned them, it was just a case of putting them on a super low heat on the hob, covering them up, and then just headed to the gym. Although I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit paranoid that they were gonna overheat and like burn and stick to the bottom of the pan, but thankfully they did not burn to the bottom of the pan. They came out absolutely amazing. They were soft and spiced and just perfect. Here are the perfect pears, and the night before I'd prepped my little sausage patties. So I have been trying to have more of a savoury breakfast because it does keep me fuller for longer. But I really wanted oats this week, so I decided that I would have just a mini toasty instead of like a full toasty, because then that way I can still keep in my calorie range. So I'm just making my own sausage patties, because I don't mind the chicken sausages. You can get like the heck ones, but A, they're kind of expensive, and B, the texture just isn't quite right. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's chicken. I don't know if it's because I know that it's not like the sausage that I'm used to, but just it's not what I wanted this week. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make my own anyway. And I really like this recipe that I did. I will definitely be making this again because they came out really well and they kept really well in the fridge. So yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Look at the size of this pumpkin. Thank you.
I was really, really excited for this veg box. Mainly, the whole reason that I got it was because I wanted purple sweet potato, because I'd never tried it. And I kept seeing videos about it, and I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's see if I can get a hold of it. And the only place I could really find it was this organic veg delivery box, and it was like, oh, you need to order £15 for delivery. And I was like, okay, well, I'll get £15 worth of vegetables, because that's, you know, about on par with what I usually get, which is why I ended up basing half of my meals around like the vegetables that I got in this box. And I was not prepared for how difficult it is to cut a pumpkin. I struggled. Like, that whole video was honestly about like 10-15 minutes of me just trying to cut up this pumpkin. It was insane. And then at the end of it, with it not even being worth it for the salad and for me getting sick of the salad, oh my god, I don't think I would get another one of these veg boxes again. The cabbage has been really good. The quality of the fruit and veg I can't really fault. I don't think I'm prepared for the amount of effort for the vegetables that I purchased, if that makes sense. I'm gonna stick with less high maintenance veg, I guess. Pumpkin seeds that I got from my pumpkin. I don't know if you can see, but there's quite a few, so I've washed them and I'm gonna dry them and bake them. So we're trying to keep back up with the early starts because sometimes that's just the easiest time to get into the gym, is getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is not something that I thought I would ever be doing. Definitely if someone had told me that I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to exercise a couple of years ago, I would have laughed at them, but here we are. Usually on Mondays I kind of try and just do arms and abs, but I've noticed that my glutes are getting a bit smaller than I would like, because of the fat loss. So I want to start sort of building up and shaping the glute muscles again. So I've decided to do glutes and abs on Mondays instead of arms and abs. And yeah, we'll just we'll see how that goes. Ta-da! The egg. Oh, so golden. And then underneath I have this, let's see, I'm just gonna a little bit of it, purple sweet potato. I don't know if there it is. It's like bright purple and it tastes kind of like floral. It's really good. It's really nice. Yeah, that's dinner. It takes like 10 minutes to make as well. Wow, if we're not including the roasting of the sweet potato. Even then, after like half an hour and you don't have to do anything. That's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions on meals that you think would be fun for me to try out, let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.